Take one. We back. We are. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Buhle Mayatula. If it is your first time tuning in, I hope you stay and enjoy, and you know. So I'm back. Well, we hope I'm back. Just been waiting for life to kind of get itself together, and then I'm like, okay, cool. We haven't had a sit down since November last year. Wow. I can't. Yeah, and I'm glad, because I cannot imagine how it would have turned out. So I just wanted to share, like, kind of like where I've been. Yeah, where I've been home. I've been home, and I'm so grateful that I've had homes to be in, because I can't imagine how much more stressful this year would have been. For those of you who don't know, I was in Korea for a year. I came back last year November, and when I came back, it was the job hunting and the whole works, and we'll go into that like in depth in another video. But basically, before I left Korea, well, I had planned to stay in Korea for 2 years, and things just worked out so badly during the year that I was like, actually, I'm out. Like, miss me, don't even ask, no. And so I was like, okay, cool, come home, girl, come home. So when I realized that actually I'm coming home, I started looking for jobs, and I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do. I had a plan, I had an idea, sure, but yeah, it wasn't like I know this is exactly what I'm gonna do. And then I've been applying for jobs since like October last year. September, October then. And I only got a job in March this year, and then there comes new needs and new goals, like, okay, you got a job but you don't get paid enough to get your own place, and now you're working but you're still at home. And for a person who'd been alone for an entire year, that was like another big thing on its own. And I keep mentioning that I am grateful that I had homes to be in, because I am grateful, like, you know, that I wasn't stranded, that it wasn't like a situation where, you know, it's like, okay, but like, man, just so teeny. And also, gratefully, my job is a work from home job, so I could rotate homes, because my one thing is just, I just want to be alone. And I couldn't afford to be alone. Then there was feeling lost. I think for most of the year I definitely felt lost. I felt like life wasn't real. I felt very out of place. It was just a very strange space to be in. I did feel myself detach from a lot of things and a lot of people, and not intentionally. It was just so bad, and I don't think I thought it could get that bad, but it was just so bad that I just had to switch off. And that's the main reason for like my silence. So it hasn't just been YouTube. I haven't been as active on socials in general, and again, it was unintentional. I mean, there was probably 2 weeks where I was like, yeah, no, I'm going on a social media break. But for the most part, it's just been I haven't had the energy for anything. I haven't had the capacity for anything. And I did upload maybe twice this year, and that was mostly because I did want to share. But I also want to share that this is the most I can do. This is how bad things are. Like, this is where I'm at. This is the best I can give you. So beyond the unemployment, there've literally been events every month. Like Jan, there was this. Feb, there was this. March, there was this. You know, April, there was this. You know, May, June. So it was just bad, guys. It was, like I said, I didn't know it could go that bad. And I was like, once I'm alone again, and once life gets it together, then I'll come back. And Nyani, life is finally getting itself together, so here I am. Life is still quite exhausting. I do still have like thoughts of, yay, this is unnecessary. This whole thing is unnecessary, but I'm surviving, and I'm in a really good space now, and that's why I'm here. One of the things I realized during the season of my life was that I wasn't necessarily comparing myself to other people anymore. And then I realized a part of my really down time this year was just comparing myself to the version of myself that I thought I'd be by now. And it was heavy because I'm 26 and there's a lot of things that 20-year-old me had planned for this 26-year-old. And the fact that I'm not near that person, like they're not there. And that was hard. It was hard to reconcile that, if that's the right word. And so I had to deal with that. I had to let go of the version of myself that I thought I'd be by now, like let go of her completely and open myself to having a new dream, open myself to, you know, creating a new version, creating a new dream. Because of course when it's dark in the hall and you're in the basement and everything, it's hard to hope. You can't see hope. Hope is like unfathomable. It's like, what? People are actually hopeful that tomorrow might be better. And when you're in a space that I was in, it was just, there was no hope. So it was hard to let go of the old hope that is no longer. So that was one of the things that really made like the season really hard. And I'm glad I'm over it. I'm glad I am opening myself up to new dreams and new versions of myself, you know, and just accepting it. And this is one thing that I always mention when people, like, when we talk about mental health and the likes, and I'm like, you need to feel everything. I feel all the things that I feel intensely, and I don't run away from them. I don't try to shy away from the fact that this is how I feel right now. It sucks, I don't like it, and I'm sad. And so I've been allowing myself to really just entirely feel and go through the motions of life and go through my sadness. And no matter how deep it is, no matter how bad it is, like, I'm just like, I'm gonna feel this and like just feel it. I'm sorry. Relationship wise, I've also felt really detached from like my family and friends. It hasn't been like, now in the last month I can say that things have been getting better, but definitely the beginning of the year, it was just it hasn't been great. And it hasn't been great on my side. It hasn't been great because I was absolutely running on empty. I had nothing left to give. There was zero. Like, I would actually cry just at how tired I was from living, and just being unable to show up really cuts me, because, you know, the last thing I want is for the people that I love, that I care for, to feel like I'm not there for them. I didn't have the energy to care, to show up, to check up, to respond, to tell you where I'm at, what I'm going through. Wow, it was dark. Yassi, it was just so dark. I don't wish that upon anyone. I really don't, guys. It was so bad. So I've also thought like relationships might have been hard to navigate, because I'm just like, you need to see a therapist. The things that I feel are quite heavy, and also in the spirit of not wanting to put people in negative spaces or like offload too much, I was like, you need a professional to speak to. Like, to be heard, I need to speak to the right person. And instead of feeling like I'm doing too much or too little, or saying too much or too little, it was lonely. It was so lonely. I'd never, like, waking up and not knowing like who to call or like who to text or what to say. Wow, it was a dark time, you guys. It was just difficult to be alive. It was hard. I hated it so much. So this is all for now. I hope we just come back with a bang. Also, shout out to all the new subscribers. Hi guys, Hi. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy you're here. Basically, I just came to say we grand. We're coming back. Oh, this is the return. I am so excited, and yeah, let's do this thing again. Let's try again, okay? So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope we had like a cute little catch up, and yeah, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one, hopefully very soon.